Hi everyone, it's Jenny. Welcome to my channel. So I've come on today to do a mixed media project. I'm doing it with along with Amanda from Scrimping Mummy. So each week she sets us a challenge. If you've been following me, you know I've been doing it in my my old calendar. So she gives us the prompts and some sentiments and a sort of subject. So this is Create with Scrimping Mummy. We're week 4. This is our mixed media challenge number 2, and we've got colour and word prompts. So I'll show you what we've got this week. So this is our mushrooms, and this is our colour palette that we're to use. Now we have to stick to this. We can use black and white as well, the two colours, but you need to stick to these as much as you can and not bring in a random pink or something. The sentiments we've got is sometimes growth happens in the shadows, mushrooms are nature's oldest art, and see the beauty in everything. So those are our 3 sentiments. I'm just going to pop them there for now. The prompts that we've got are mushrooms, and you have to use that one, so that's the sort of the main page. Fabric or thread, rectangle, coloured pencil, and add a number. So I'm just going to put that to the side there, and I'll show you what I've prepped already. I have done quite a bit already, and I'm going to keep my colour palette here just so you can see. So mushrooms, the first one. So I've made quite a few mushrooms. I've used watercolours, all different, metallic, which is sort of a greeny brown, and cut them out. I've also got some mushroom stickers with the colours that we're allowed to use. So that's those. Fabric or thread. So I've got some fabric. This is a ribbon, which is pretty much that colour, so I could use that. And then I've chosen 3 threads matching these 3 colours, so I've got those to use as well. Rectangles. Now I've cut out, I chose some papers, don't want that, in the orange, the red and the green. So I've cut out some rectangles. Most of them I've cut out into rectangles, and then I also did some die cutting just to give me something. I've kept the pieces that I cut out because they're rectangles, so I could use them, but these are the pieces that I was planning on using in rectangles, but just to give it a bit more something. Coloured pencils. Yeah, I've got my coloured pencils, and I did use some of them on the mushrooms. So I've got a red, a brown, an orange and a green, and these are actually watercolour pencils as well. And then add a number. I found some vellum that I had in a sort of an orangey colour, and I got my evergreen embossing powder, and I had a stamp that's got these numbers on, and I've stamped out the numbers on this vellum paper. So I've got all the bits, all the gear, and no idea. So yeah, I did find, oh, I also got this green, which is evergreen, which matches the embossing powder, in case I wanted to do some green. But what I've done is I've just gone round with my watercolour pencil just to give me a little edge, because what I'm thinking is I'm going to do some sort of collage with all the pieces of paper that I've got and the material onto the bottom first. I just realised I need my fabric glue as well. So let's get our bits out. I'm going to use these ones on top at the end, I think. So I'm going to get all my scrap bits out that I've got here. And we'll start. So those are the ones that I want on the top of the picture. So I think I'm just going to use some of these rectangle bits around the edges. So let me get my glue out and just pop a little bit of this glitter glue. I'm just thinking around the edge. Probably not going to see much of this because I'm going to cover a lot of it up. Put too much glue on there. Need my wipes. And then I'm going to go down there with that one. So let's just pop a bit of... It's got quite a big nozzle on it, this one. So you need to go gently with it. And then I'm going to go that way with that one. I'm just making sure that my whole page is in the screenshot. Yes, it is. Good. Okay. And then I've got... Oh, I've just moved that. Right, so that doesn't stick very quickly, I have to say. No, it doesn't. I might get my... Not at all. Let's just wipe that off. That's glitter glue. Oh. Now, I always go the wrong way when I start one of these. Let's just do a little bit of this. There we go. I just want to stick it down roughly. And I was going to throw these pieces away, and then I thought, no, don't, keep them. You might use them for something. And I have. It's that way. I'm just randomly putting them on. There we go. And then, as I say, I've got all these other bits. Oh, that's quite thin paper, this one. So I'm going for the rectangle look. Just to cover the page first. That's not very straight. Nor's that. That's better. And I've got some little green bits. I'm just incorporating all the colours. And I've got this material as well, which I could cut. Just wrong scissors. Material scissors. Take that edge off. And then I'm thinking, have that. And use this up. Do you know what? I'm going to do a little banner. Oh, a little bit of thread there came out. There we go. Right, I can use some more of that, but let's just chop that end. Although actually you might not see that. So I'm going to go there with that. Let's get some fabric. If you could see my desk at the moment, it's an absolute mess. I seriously have got things everywhere. Sun seems to have gone for a little bit today, so we've got quite a bit of cloud. So I thought, I am going to craft today. Right, you might not see that because I've probably covered that piece up. So I'm just going to put some more glue on that piece. And it's probably going to look like a hot mess until I actually do something else. So yeah, go with the flow. Let's take that thread bit off. Right, there we go. And then I might use the material for the thread for something else. Right, I've got some more material there if required. Now I just want to cover up some more spaces. Actually, I'm going to go that way. There. And then I've got this red as well. And if I cut that in half and then do that in half again, that's thin rectangles I've got there. I'm going to go there. Yeah, I'm not using any paint today. Mixed media can be fabric. Let's have some more green. Paper, anything you like. That can go there. And then I've got another green. Oh, come on, have I not run that one out already? Surely. What have I done? Oh. And I think I'm going to go down there. Just random. Literally just random. Okay. And then another one there, because I want to use these ones on the bottom bit. I'm going to go in there. And I'm going to go in there. Right, is that all my little scrappage bits? Yes. Okay, so let's start with my little mushrooms. I might use the stickers, but I'm going to use the ones that I've made so far. And we're just going to go and stick them on. Bit too much glue there. Yeah, you can see that's too much glue because it's coming out the edge. Still, better have too much than not enough. Okay, that's a green one. Let's pop that on. Probably don't need to do as much. Bring my glue there. Okay. I'm literally just filling those spaces. Right, now I need to think about this. So I'm thinking I could have that there. Like so. And then I quite like these mushrooms, the sticker ones. So I think I'm going to put that one on there. Like so. And I've got the red one. Just put these other mushrooms to the side till I decide where I'm going to put them. And then I've got the red one which I'm going to have there. And then let's have this sort of goldy bronzy, well, sort of that colour, the nearest I could get to it. And we're going to have that one just in the corner of the picture, or the page rather. Okay, I've then got that, which is going to go up there. I literally have not planned this at all. I am just going with what my eye tells me at the time. That looks like a bit of a tree. And this one, I'm thinking there. No right or wrong with this. This is just for me. I'm not sending this, giving this away or anything like that. So these ones didn't come out as well, but I've made them, so they're going on. Okay, and then the next one, I'm going to have a bit of thread. I'm just going to do a bit of a hot mess on that one. And that is going to go just on top of the thread. Like so. And then I'm going to have this goldy orangey one. Actually, no, I'm going to go for the fawny colour, this one. Now I'm just thinking I could do this, wrap it round. Let me just hold that there and wrap it round the mushroom. Wrap it around the mushroom stalk. Oh, definitely too much glue there. Let's just put that over that thread. Tuck that under so you can't see it apart from on its stalk. Getting glue everywhere here. I quite like that around the stalk. It's a bit different. Bit different. Now I've got my vellum numbers, so I need to think about how I'm going to stick these down. That can go under there. So I could put a little tiny bit of tape there, tiny bit there. This should be enough. It's only very thin, and I'm going to try and put that under there just to tuck that in. So you're not actually going to see that corner. There, like that. And then we've got some more numbers here, which actually I could cut in half. Just get rid of that top of that one. Just make it a bit wiggly, and then it will match the paper on the outside because I wiggled that round. Tiny bit of tape on there. What is going on with this? He doesn't like vellum. There we go. It gets stuck. I'm going to go there with that one. And let's just cut this one. Put a little bit on there. And that is going to go there. Right, I've got 2 more mushrooms. I've made them, so I'm going to use them. So I'm going to have one down in the corner here. And then I'm going to have another bit of green thread on this one. That's going to go on the back of this one. So let's put a tiny bit of glue on here. And then that's going to go just down here, next to that one. And then that thread can just stick out from there. And then we have got glitter glue everywhere here. The sentiments. So we have got see the beauty in everything. That's not straight, Jenny. Better. Then we've got these 2. That one. And then the last one. Just going to do it at a slant because I've done the other 2 like that. Just gives a bit of a different look. Tiny bit off the bottom there. Now, do we put a bit of colour on them? I think we've got quite a bit of green, maybe a bit of brown. Let's just have a look with the pencil. I'm just going to literally a bit of scrap. Just go over it slightly. Just get rid of that white. That one, last one. Yeah, it feels a bit different not getting any paints out for this. I could have incorporated something, but I thought, no, I'm going to just go with a collage. Right, there we go. So there we go. We've got mushrooms are nature's oldest art. That's going to go there. That one's going to go there. I could have put a tiny bit down there. That'll fit up there, lovely. Like so. And then just the last one. See the beauty in everything. And I'm thinking there. Don't ask me why. That's what my eye told me. There, I'm happy with that. So, where's our prompts? And our colour scheme, which I think I have stuck to. Mushrooms, fabric and thread. Fabric or thread, I use both. Rectangles, we've got loads of those. coloured pencils, we use those, and we've added our numbers. So I've met all the prompts, I've used the colour palette, and that is my week 4 challenge with Scrimping Mummy. So I'll just bring it down. Hope you enjoyed that. And what I'm going to do is I'll link Amanda's channel to this. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, everyone. Please hit the thumbs up if you do like it. And take care, everyone. Crafty hugs, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.